The water cycle. Let's take a look at this and see if we can guess what it means. Okay, water. I'm pretty sure you all know what water is. Cycle. Yeah, I like cycling, right? I like riding bikes. So what's the water cycle? Does that mean riding a bike, cycling, and drinking water? Good try, but no, that's not what it means. The water cycle, well, water is always moving on and above Earth. As it moves, it changes. It changes form in the water cycle. The water cycle is the repeated movement of water through the environment in different forms. The water cycle never stops. That means it never sleeps. I hope you got some good sleep last night. It continues in a series of processes or steps. These steps include evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and runoff. The water cycle can be affected by temperature and air pressure. It can also be affected by wind and how high the land is. When the sun warms water on the surface of the earth, this water changes from a liquid into a gas. The change in form of a liquid to a gas is called evaporation. Some water vapor rises into the air. However, when this water vapor rises up very far into the sky, it cools down. And when that happens, it turns from a gas back to a liquid. Clouds form when water vapor in the air condenses into tiny drops. The change in form of a gas, such as water vapor, to a liquid is called condensation. Okay, what happens to these clouds? Well, let's think about it this way. How much water can you drink? What happens if you drink a lot of water? Well, the clouds can only hold so much water, and what will happen is that the water will fall from the clouds, for example, as rain, snow, sleet, or hail. This process where water falls from clouds is called precipitation. Most of it falls on oceans. However, some water does not fall on the oceans. This water falls on land, and it is known as runoff. Runoff is water that flows from the land into bodies of water. Finally, when the water returns to the ocean or a large river or a lake, the water cycle starts all over again, and the water starts to be heated up by the sun and evaporates, going up into the sky. It gets too heavy, it condenses, it turns into liquid water droplets in the clouds. It falls down again as precipitation. It runs off into the oceans. This is the water cycle. Other paths of the water cycle. The water cycle can follow different paths. For example, clouds can form when water vapor in the air condenses, but water vapor in the air can also form dew. What is dew? The first thing I think of is Mountain Dew. Oh, no. That's not what we're talking about here. Dew is water vapor in air that condenses on cold surfaces. You are more likely to see dew on grass in the early morning. This happens because air usually cools overnight. When the temperature goes below freezing, water vapor in air can change directly from a gas to a solid. When water vapor changes to a solid, frost may form. Frost is tiny ice crystals that are left on cold surfaces like plants or windows. Sublimation. Sublimation is another possible step in the water cycle. This process is the opposite of the way frost forms. Sublimation is when snow or ice changes into water vapor without first melting. Both of these skip the liquid phase as water changes form. Sublimation happens often on tall mountains. It is very cold there. Strong, dry winds help change snow and ice directly to water vapor. Well done. It's almost the end of today's lesson. But first, two more things. Number one, look at these questions and try to fill in the blanks with the 3 words at the top. I will give you the answers during the next video. Number 2, here are a few questions for you to consider. If you like, and if you have time, maybe you can do some research before the next video. We will talk about these next time. Okay, that's all for now. See you next time, and thank you very much.